Bombshell alert in Minnesota. Vikings fans, brace yourselves, because this changes the entire narrative of our season, forcing us to look not at the battle ahead, but at the very foundations of the kingdom we are building. While other teams are panicking, caught in the chaotic whirlwind of the early season, while our rivals in Green Bay and Chicago are stumbling in the dark, desperately searching for an identity, a master plan is unfolding within the fortified walls of TCO Performance Center. This isn't about surviving Week 2. This is about building a juggernaut designed for February. In the next few minutes, we will not just report the news. We will reveal the secret blueprint for sustained Vikings dominance. A sacred homecoming is upon us, a ceremony on our home turf where a brutal statement must be made to the entire league. A new philosophy, a physical soul-crushing identity, has been carved into stone by our head coach, a declaration of who we are now. A rival's greatest, most arrogant mistake has become our crown jewel, a weapon of vengeance locked in for years to come. And as the active roster gets immediate reinforcements for the coming war, the front office is already securing the next wave of warriors, thinking 3 moves ahead. This is not a collection of disconnected headlines. It is a declaration of intent. It is the undeniable concrete proof that our leadership, Kwesi Adolfo-Mensah and Kevin O'Connell, are playing grandmaster-level chess, while the rest of the NFL is frantically playing checkers. So if you believe this team is building something special, something different, something that will finally crush the hopes and dreams of Green Bay and Chicago for a decade to come, prove it. Smash that like button as a salute to the architects of our new empire. The age of Vikings dominance is not on the horizon. It is beginning right now. Stay with me. And we begin with the most sacred ground in all of Minnesota, the battlefield, where our war cries echo loudest, where our enemies' hopes come to die. This Sunday is not just another game on the schedule. This is the home opener. This is a pilgrimage. The Atlanta Falcons are not just flying into Minneapolis for a football game. They are flying into our fortress, the deafening, intimidating, glorious U.S. Bank Stadium. This is our house. This is our turf. This is where the Gjallarhorn sounds its thunderous call, a signal to the world that war has begun, a call to arms that strikes primal fear into the hearts of any who dare oppose us on our soil. This is more than a game. It is a sacred ceremony. It is our first chance this season to wash away the grit and grime of the road and establish absolute, unquestioned dominance in front of our own people, the most passionate, loyal, and loudest fan base in all of professional sports. Think about the statement that needs to be made here. After a brutal character-testing opening on the road, our team returns not wounded, but focused. They return to the thunderous, unified roar of over 67,000 Vikings faithful, a raging sea of purple and gold ready to erupt and become the 12th man on the field. This is where our new identity, an identity forged in the sweat and pain of training camp and tested in hostile enemy territory, must be unveiled in all its brutal glory for our people to witness. A victory here isn't just a W in the win column. It's a message, a warning, sent directly to the rest of the NFC North. It tells the Packers, who think they own the division, the Lions, with all their newfound hype, and the Bears, with their delusions of grandeur, that U.S. Bank Stadium is a slaughterhouse for visiting teams. It is a violent declaration that this year is different. The energy inside that stadium on Sunday will be a living entity. It will be electric, a palpable force that our players will feed on like a feast and the Falcons will drown in. We've seen what this team can do under pressure in a silent stadium. Now imagine what they can do when they are fueled by the unbridled love and righteous fury of the entire Viking nation. This is our home field advantage, and it's time to make it a weapon again. Are you ready to defend our home? Are you ready to make that stadium the most feared place in the entire National Football League? If you are going to be screaming your lungs out for the Minnesota Vikings on Sunday, whether you're in the stadium or in your living room, I want you to storm the comments right now and type "Skol!" Let the team feel our energy from across the globe. Let it fuel them. But hold on, because the energy in the stands is only half the story. The real earthquake, the real shift in power, is the new philosophy being implemented on the field. And just when fans thought they understood this team, here comes the bombshell from the man in charge, the architect of our offense. This isn't just a coach speak quote to fill a press conference. It's a fundamental shift in our DNA, a rewriting of our very code. Head coach Kevin O'Connell, the offensive guru, the man known across the league for his brilliant, intricate passing schemes, has stood before the world and made a declaration of war against the old ways. He has stated, in no uncertain terms, that the dramatic improvement we saw in the running game in Week 1 is not a luxury. It is not a nice-to-have option. It is a necessity for this team to become what we all crave, what we have starved for, a true, legitimate, dominant Super Bowl contender. Let those powerful words sink into your soul. This is the genesis of a new identity. This is a public renouncement of being a finesse team. The Minnesota Vikings are no longer just a high-flying aerial circus that lives and dies by the pass. We are becoming a physical, brutal, ground-and-pound machine designed to punish and demoralize our opponents, to break their will before we break their hearts. O'Connell, in his wisdom, understands what so many other gurus in this league forget. Championships are not won in the domes of September with flashy 50-yard bombs. They are won on the frozen tundra of January, in the mud and the blood of the trenches, by the team that can impose its physical will on the other for 4 grueling quarters. By establishing a dominant, reliable run game, we do more than just gain yards. We control the clock, keeping our hungry, aggressive defense rested and ready to hunt. We wear down the will of the opposing defensive line, making those big, powerful pass rushers gasp for air in the fourth quarter. We protect our rookie quarterback, our future, giving him manageable third downs and creating massive, soul-crushing play-action opportunities that rip the heart out of the defense. This is a commitment to toughness, a commitment to being the bully, not the bullied. While other teams are chasing fantasy football stats and empty yardage totals, Kevin O'Connell is building a roster and a philosophy designed for playoff football. This is how you build a sustainable winner. This is how you finally crush the hopes of teams like the Packers, who have so often relied on us being one-dimensional and predictable in big moments. How critical is a dominant running game to you? Do you believe this is the final piece of the Super Bowl puzzle that has eluded us for so long? If you believe in KO's vision, if you are ready for a Vikings team that punches every single opponent in the mouth for 60 minutes, then smash that subscribe button. Every new subscriber is a vote for this new, tougher, meaner brand of Vikings football. But that's not the only fire burning inside this franchise, because a philosophy is useless without the perfect soldier to execute it. And if you think that was just talk, just empty words from a coach, the next revelation is the cold, hard proof. This is where the blueprint becomes reality, where promises become signatures on a contract. This is the move that sends a shockwave through the entire NFC North and cements our new identity in steel. In a stroke of genius that Vikings fans will celebrate for years and Packers fans will forever lament, the Vikings have officially locked down the centerpiece of their new physical identity. Running back Aaron Jones, the man our most hated rival, the Green Bay Packers, foolishly and arrogantly cast aside, has signed a multi-year contract extension to remain a Minnesota Viking for the foreseeable future. This is not a drill. This is not a rumor. This is a masterstroke of front office maneuvering. This is General Manager Kwesi Adofo-Mensah playing Grandmaster chess, while the Packers front office is playing checkers with their own franchise legends. Let the beautiful, delicious, poetic irony of this sink in for a moment. The Green Bay Packers, in their infinite wisdom, deemed him replaceable. They looked at a franchise icon, a walking embodiment of their offense for years, a player beloved by their fans, and decided he was washed up. They let him walk out the door and straight into the loving, vengeful arms of their most bitter rival. And what did we do? After just one game, after seeing his explosive cuts, his elite vision, his invaluable veteran leadership, and his perfect seamless fit in our system, we made him one of us, for the long haul. This contract extension is so much more than just a business transaction. It is a powerful, multi-layered statement. It tells Aaron Jones, you are wanted here. You are the heart of our new philosophy. It tells every player in that locker room, we reward our warriors. If you produce and lead, you will be taken care of. And most importantly, it sends a loud, clear, and taunting message directly across the border to Green Bay. Thank you for your foolishness. Thank you for your arrogance. Your greatest weapon is now ours, and we will gleefully use him to dismantle you twice a year. Think about the stability this provides. Our rookie quarterback, J.J. McCarthy, now has a reliable elite veteran in the backfield to lean on, a safety valve who can turn a check down into a game-changing play. Kevin O'Connell has his perfect versatile weapon to execute his ground-and-pound vision. And the fans? We get the sublime pleasure of watching one of the most dynamic players in the NFL, wearing our beautiful purple and gold, gashing defenses for years to come. Every single run, every touchdown, every Lambeau leap he does in a Vikings uniform will be a sweet, satisfying reminder of Green Bay's epic blunder. This is how you build a championship culture, by identifying elite talent and leaders and ensuring they never wear another uniform, especially a rival's. If the thought of Aaron Jones scoring a game-winning touchdown against the Packers at Lambeau Field brings a wicked smile to your face, hit that like button right now. Let's celebrate this massive win for the front office and the dagger in the heart of our rivals. But stay with me, because while the stars are being secured for the future, the war room is also fortifying the rank and file for the battle of today. But trust me, the story only gets deeper. From here, more intricate. This next twist will show you just how detailed and meticulous this master plan really is. While the headlines and the casual fans focus on the big names and the flashy signings, the true sign of a championship organization, a team built to last, is how it manages the entire 53-man roster and the crucial developmental pieces. And our front office, led by Kwesi Adofo-Mensah, is putting on an absolute clinic in roster management. In preparation for the coming war against the Atlanta Falcons, the Vikings have made crucial activations from the practice squad, bringing 2 more Warriors from the reserves into the active fold for game day. Linebacker Gabriel Murphy and cornerback Fabian Moreau have been elevated to the active roster. Now, do not make the mistake of glossing over this news as simple roster filler. This is not just procedural paperwork submitted to the league office. This is strategic reinforcement. This is Kwesi Adofo-Mensah and Kevin O'Connell looking at their chessboard, anticipating their opponent's moves, and deploying specific pieces for a specific battle. Think about the logic. With our secondary banged up and facing a potent passing attack, they bring in Fabian Moreau, a seasoned, battle-tested veteran with over 90 NFL games and 59 starts under his belt. He's not a wide-eyed rookie who will be starstruck by the moment. He's a savvy professional who understands route combinations, who can provide stability, reliable tackling, and a calming presence in a time of desperate need. He is an insurance policy made of pure steel. Then, you have Gabriel Murphy, the undrafted rookie linebacker, who was an absolute terror, a ball of pure energy and violence in the preseason. Activating him sends a clear message to our own team and to the Falcons. We will not sit back and let their quarterback get comfortable. We will not be passive. We will keep sending waves of fresh, hungry, relentless pass rushers to create chaos and disrupt their timing. These moves demonstrate a proactive, not a reactive mindset. The leadership saw potential weaknesses on the depth chart caused by injuries and addressed them head-on before they could become catastrophic, game-losing failures on the field. This is the difference between a team that hopes to win and a team that plans to win. It shows a level of depth, preparedness, and strategic foresight that has been painfully missing for years. How much confidence does it give you as a fan to see the team making these smart, tactical moves, to know they have a plan for every single contingency? If you trust the vision of Kwesi and KO to navigate this team through the storm, show your support in the comments. But the night isn't over, because the moves for today are just one part of the grand plan. The moves for tomorrow are already being made. And listen, the final chapter of this saga, the final piece of the puzzle for today, it's the move that proves our front office is living in the future, playing a completely different game than everyone else. While other teams are scrambling frantically on Saturday just to fill their game day roster, the Minnesota Vikings are already reloading their developmental squad, ensuring the pipeline of talent never, ever runs dry. In another series of swift, decisive, and intelligent actions, the team has signed veteran linebacker Sione Takitaki and cornerback Tyrek Funderburk to the practice squad. This might seem like a minor footnote to the casual observer, but to the true Viking Nation, to those who understand how championships are built, this is a masterclass in roster construction. These aren't just random players hoping for a shot. Sione Takitaki is a 28-year-old veteran linebacker, a former starter, and a key contributor for a tough Cleveland Browns defense. He is known for his toughness, his instincts, and his prowess as a run stopper. He's not a developmental project. He's an NFL-caliber player being stashed, paid, and prepped for the moment he's inevitably needed. It's a luxury, a strategic advantage that few teams in this league have. Then there's Tyrek Funderburk, a young, hungry cornerback who fits the athletic profile this regime loves. He has the traits you can't teach. By bringing them into the building now, the Vikings are getting them acclimated to the culture and the defensive scheme, coached up by our elite staff, ready to be activated at a moment's notice without missing a beat. This is foresight. This is building a sustainable machine. This is Kwesi Adofo-Mensah, refusing to be caught off guard, ensuring that our army is always deep, always talented, and always ready for the war of attrition that is an NFL season. So let's step back and look at the beautiful, intricate, and brilliant web that Kwesi Adofo-Mensah is weaving before our very eyes. A sacred homecoming awaits us at our fortress, U.S. Bank Stadium, a place where we will make our stand. A new brutal philosophy of physical dominance has been declared by our coach, a new identity for a new era. The perfect soldier to execute that vision, a weapon of vengeance, and a gift from our most hated rival, is now locked in for the future, ready to carry the load. And while the active roster is being reinforced, with veteran savvy and youthful energy for the battle at hand, the next wave of warriors is already being trained and prepared behind the scenes, ensuring our strength for the long war ahead. This is not a team built on hope. This is not a team built on luck. This is a team built on a plan. A team with a clear, tough identity, a brilliant head coach, and a general manager who is always thinking 2, 3, 4 steps ahead of the competition. Now, it's your turn to enlist in this new army. If you believe in this plan, if you are ready for a new era of Minnesota Vikings football built on toughness, intelligence, and foresight, prove your loyalty right now. First, smash that like button to show your approval for the front office's master plan to build a champion. Second, comment below. With which move excites you the most? The long-term signing of Aaron Jones or the franchise's commitment to a new physical identity? And finally, the ultimate sign of allegiance in this war. Subscribe to this channel. Every subscription is a vote of confidence that we are on the undeniable path to a Super Bowl, a path that will go directly through a crushed, defeated, and humiliated Green Bay. Think this was wild? Just wait until this new identity is fully unleashed on the league for a full 60 minutes. And listen closely, the real test is coming. Can this philosophy, these players, and this plan deliver a dominant, statement-making victory at home? The world is about to find out. Stay tuned. Skål.